talk to me about that. When you set out to do this generation of your Ram 1500, what were the targets? What were the benchmarks? What
we wanted to be the new standard for durability, technology, efficiency, and luxury. So there was those 4 pillars that had to be met.
Okay.
You had to hit every single one of them as hard as we could. We put a lot more money into the truck and didn't change the pricing that much. So although the higher trims may be more, the lower trim may be more, our high volume trims are about the same price. So we were able to integrate a lot of new technology, spend a lot of money to be able to make it a better truck, but not affect the customer at the end of the day. So when they want to trade in the truck in and upgrade, that they can.
Right.
So let's talk about those 4 pillars. On the durability side, you've got an all-new frame. Now, are you a sports guy? Sports fan?
Yeah.
So if you're going to build your own professional athlete, you'd start with skeletal structure, because these guys always got bad knees, bad hips, bad necks, and shoulders go bad or whatever. You make an impenetrable frame for the athlete. That's what the Ram engineering team did for the truck. So we got an all-new frame. It's 98% high-strength steel. And you say high-strength steel and you think, yeah, what's that mean? But really, some guy is sitting in a cube somewhere in a lab figuring out how to put carbon molecules together to be able to make steel stronger, lighter, and more usable, and different variations of it as well. So we used like 4 or 5 different types of steel to make the frame, including aluminum on the cross members.
Why do you use aluminum? For weight?
Yep, weight reduction. In areas where it's not going to be impactful on the performance of the truck.
Right.
Now the frame, it's got to be steel. Everyone runs steel on the frames. We run 98% high strength now. So although the frame's longer, it's lighter, and the truck's more capable, 20% more capable than it was previously. We dropped 100 pounds just out of the frame, 100 pounds. So I weigh about 175 pounds.
Right.
So about half my weight was pulled out of the frame. Although wider, longer, and more capable, we still pulled that much weight because of those steels are smart.
Right.
They're really intelligent steels. So on the frame side, you get an all-new frame. That's in the durability side. You also get 12,750 pounds of towing, 2,300 pounds payload. So you remember back when half-ton trucks were called half-tons because they could haul a half-ton.
Yep.
1-tons were called because they could haul 1 ton. Well, now you got a half-ton truck doing 1 ton work. It's 2,300 pounds.
Right.
It's actually more.
More than a ton.
So that's amazing how much the technology is coming. You're getting a better ride.
Right. I mean, that's the thing that's amazing about this is you've got all that capability, and we're driving this thing empty, and it's not feeling like I'm in a buckboard, being bounced around even over those bumps back there. When I had my pickup truck, when I first... It was my first new car back in the 80s, and I used to drive it with 300-400 pounds in the bed just to make it ride better. You don't have to do that now.
So that other piece that you're feeling, that ride quality right now, is also because we use 2-valve shocks. On the truck now. So all 4 corners have 2 valves. So the first valve can be very compliant, much like a car or SUV. The second valve is for those hard hits, because you're all off-road. Trucks are going off-road. Trucks got payload. Trucks get big bumps, and you don't want to slow down.
Right.
So now that we're using 2 valves, most vehicles on the road don't use 2-valve shocks. Definitely not any pickup trucks. We're exclusive there. So it's the ride quality's there. And that linked up to the 5-link coil system in the back. We don't use leaf springs. Leaf springs aren't very good at handling lateral loads, so that skipping back and forth, your feeling is the axle moving, and you're kind of having to work the wheel. Right. The rear end's planted, we can control the axle movement much better.
That's why all sports cars have multi-link rear axle, so you can keep that wheel just so.
So that's on the durability side. On the technology side, all you got to do is open the door, and you saw this big 12-inch screen right away, encompassed in a very luxurious interior. So all your touch points are very important. So every place where your knees are, where your fingers touch, the dashboard here, your elbows sit, they all need to be touch points with very high-quality material. Because if you're paying $65,000 for a truck, you need to be recognized that every time you get in that truck, that's what I paid for, is that attention to detail. Even the leather wrap ground handles here. As a matter of fact, the woods that you'll see, especially in the Laramie Longhorn trim, we have a coating, a special coating, so that we can make sure it still feels like real wood. Now, there are certain places where you have to put extra coatings on, like the steering wheel, because they get a lot more wear and tear. But this upper glove box right here, and you see the attention to detail and the scroll work here and around the gauges as well. But this brand is actually burnt into the wood, and cool. Every single brand is unique because every single piece of wood is unique. So everyone who buys a Longhorn trim gets this brand and gets their very own. It's very unique. It's not going to be the same in any truck.
Yeah, because the grain underneath will be slightly
You
different.
got it.
It'll burn slightly different.
That's right.
All of that stuff. So it gives it that custom, handmade feel. Talk
Exactly.
about the technology here, because this is really unique in the category.
So what's great about this is you're seeing now the move towards more integration of electronics
Right.
and a 12-inch diagonal touchscreen. And you can do a number of things with it. So if you want to be able to show on top nav and you know, on the bottom you want to have your HVAC system. You can do this. So you can split screen, or you can have the whole thing as your nav system. Right? It's multiple use. Of course, down here you have your apps and everything else that you can touch on too.
Sure.
So I love to see that nav screen though. It's beautiful. I actually see the water. It's actually shimmering. They've got that attention to detail.
That's cool.
So the 12-inch screen has thousands of hours of downloadable content from SiriusXM with 360L, which is exclusive to the 12-inch screen. The Uconnect 12-inch screen. So that's a whole new thousands of hours of content that people can grab. So if you're into sports, or you want to be able to, I want to say DVR, but it's not a DV visual to DV audio.
Right.
So you can download that kind of information on it. There's certain things that actually is very custom to you as well. It recognizes the things that you like and can make recommendations or even save things for you that you might want to listen to at a later date.
The other thing I like about this is it's not just a touchscreen. You do have appropriate dials.
HVAC controls,
Yeah,
right.
for HVAC. And for me, I kind of have a volume, an analog volume, and tuning control.
Yeah, for
Those-
me, I don't
yeah.
want to have to go to another screen to take a look at the HVAC system.
Right.
I'm the same way. That's why we do it. Something else is the pinch to zoom,
Mhm.
and the moving things around that you can do with the screen. It operates much like you'd expect a large touchscreen or tablet to operate.
Sure.
So it's very intuitive like that. Other technology we introduced to the truck was a lot of advanced safety systems like adaptive cruise control with stop and go. So the truck will track the vehicle in front of it. If it's heavy traffic, it'll actually come to a complete stop for you, and then reaccelerate to the adjusted speed that you'd recently reset. Blind spot monitoring, of course, and with trailer text, so the truck will recognize that there's a trailer behind you using those rear radar sensors, and they go, huh. After a couple turns, it finds the back of the trailer, and now your blind spot is increased past your trailer.
Great.
So that's something I really, really like too.
Yep.
And then of course your cameras. You have a 360-degree camera with the truck now, which is really nice as well. So camera there.
Oh yeah.
360 cam, so you get a drone's eye point of view,
Right.
plus your rear, and you can actually change those views of what you want to look at on the truck.
Well, and that's great too if you're off-road and you want to see out front, because you're coming over a crest of a hill and you can throw the front camera on.
Yep. So you can even zoom in if you want to. So it's nice to have those different options. On the technology front, obviously there's a lot that we do. There's even a wireless charging pad here.
Right.
USBs, including the new Type 2C, and then back here we have them as well. And then right here for the people who want to put a tablet in there. So really, at this point in time, there's nobody calling shotgun in the 2019 Ram 1500 because the back seats are really nice.
Yeah.
They recline. They have heated and cooled settings. They even have their own center console.
And I'm enjoying the cooled seats
Here
here
are
right now.
I have to turn mine on. I'm not sure
I
mine.
like it.
That's great.
No, cooled seats are like the one luxury feature I've really come to enjoy in a vehicle.
Because it's the hottest part in the car, probably.
And especially in a place like Miami where it's hot and humid and you can get in and just be like,
yeah. And speaking of being in Miami, now one of the cooler things of option is, and more luxury, is this 10 square feet of sky that you can get in our dual pane sunroof now, which is very unique as well. So let's hit the efficiency targets then. So now you get a mild hybrid system, our new e-Torque mild hybrid system. It's like the next generation of mild hybrid system. So it has the ability to recapture energy on braking. It does stop start, obviously. And then it also can do a torque dump in between shifts to make a smoother acceleration and use the 48 volt system to run the 12 volt systems to reduce parasitic loss.
Thank you.
Yep. That e-Torque mild hybrid system is standard on every V6, available on the V8.
Okay.
And so you can get with or without with the Hemi.
Right.
Other efficiency we did is aerodynamics. This is the most aerodynamic.
Yeah, I noticed it's radically different from the previous generation from a design standpoint, and that's functional.
One of the things that's different that not everybody notices, but they think it's more of a design element, but it's a design element and an engineering element, is the roof treatment. So there's an aero signature in the roof treatment. It does a venturi, so it forces the air off the tailgate. So the body design and the engineering teams and the design teams worked very closely together to go put that together. Something else we did was active grille shutters. So if you don't need all the towing and all the power,
Right.
and you don't need all that grill cooling, all the huge
Right.
radiators. So we close the shutters like Venetian blinds and force the air around the truck.
Right.
We also have a new deployable air dam that goes down 3.5 inches at about 35 miles an hour on any truck that's not equipped with air suspension. If the truck is equipped with air suspension, then the truck will actually lower itself at highway speeds, so it can slip to the air like a salamander through the mud. Getting a better aero signature for the truck and helping improve that, because aerodynamics is big. Anybody who's ever followed a semi can really realize that when you come off the throttle a lot. It's a big deal. So our aero signature on this truck is more comparable to mid-size SUVs than it is pickup trucks. We did really well with the design and some of the advanced systems that operate in the background without the customer even knowing.
Traditionally, when you're driving a pickup truck, you feel like you're just pushing so much air all the time, and to be able to have the ability to lower the truck like that.
It's actually
pretty interesting.
Make the joke that the Ram 1500 has a better aero signature than the Viper. And people say it's ridiculous, how can that be? But we engineer the Viper to have downforce.
Right.
So it's going to be pushing something to the ground. The truck's engineered to slip through the air a lot better.
Right.
So those active aero systems that work actually absolutely help. So we have the efficiency piece with the mild hybrid system and aerodynamics, and then we'll talk about diesel later on next year. So there you have it. 2019 Ram 1500, all new, no compromise, and a benchmark for durability, technology, and efficiency.
Great. Well, Nick, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate the drive.